Can McCaffrey do it again? It's a coach. You're watching Madden Football on EA Sports. Coming up, dual threat Christian McCaffrey. Fresh off a big game a week ago, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Chicago Bears. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, they come in 0-3 and in desperate need of a win.
And as a team, you start to feel a little bit snake bit. They need something good to happen right now so they know it's not just them. They think they have the makings of a good team.
Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the former Louisville Cardinal, Teddy Bridgewater.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. McCaffrey. Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle. And here now the offense for Carolina.
I don't know about you, but I love a good undrafted free agent success story. So let's take a look at Robbie Anderson, wide receiver, because in 2017, 63 catches, 941 yards, and a strong candidate for the Pro Bowl. Didn't quite get there, but was knocking on the door. How about that for an undrafted free agent out of Temple, now making good in the NFL?
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Well, this is a guy who is already among an elite group of kickers that have hit from 60-plus in an NFL game, but that's a tough ask to try and get him to produce another one here.
You're exactly right. It's elite group for a reason, isn't it? No small feat for him to hit it from that distance. This one doesn't go through. I always marvel at those guys because it's the same approach every time, the same smoothness when they swing their leg. Doesn't look like they're putting anything extra even when they're kicking it for 60-plus.
On second down, it's Gibson, and he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On first down, Gibson, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now a give right side. It's Gibson. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
The tackle made by Levi Wallace. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline as a play caller. You're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Here's the 2nd and 7. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They use their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, let's go!
Now onto the field, here come the Panthers. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position, the ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it, and even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st. Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. Got his target, Samuel. And he's got the 1st before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with McCaffrey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And this won't be enough. A good secured tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. Last week, good result. They were able to beat the Detroit Lions, and now they are on the good side of the scoreboard right now as well. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one caught by Gibson. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Now it's 7. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Michael Kendricks able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Take 4.
2nd and 15. Flushed out. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over. You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. To throw, Bridgewater. And his throw is incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll... away for the second time. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Here comes Cohen. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards, and the Bears take over. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it,
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
All day, every day, any day. Watch twist. Watch the twist.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete. 12. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He'll look to throw. Completes it to Samuel. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now.
Come on now. Let's go.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Push him back.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Jennings was the one he was looking for. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up and nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Roquan Smith drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play-action sack. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson, and the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run on 1st down. Gibson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a 1st down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead. And
I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
Now a 1st down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. On 2nd down now, it's Gibson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Back to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Brian Burns just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. This will be caught at about the 6. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. From 13 yards out as the Bears push further out in front. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
No problem there on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. That time a 9-play drive, and the end result is a Bears touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
Bridgewater on first down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
13 yards, first down, Panthers.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check 31, check 31.
First down, Bridgewater. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup. Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. From the gun, Bridgewater. Jordan Reed has it. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. What a game this defense continues to play, huh? Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board. And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout. Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well, because fighting for the end zone, he lost the football. It's out. They'll come out in the pistol. And maybe a final chance to get on the scoreboard here. This is 4th and goal. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And maybe a final chance to get on the scoreboard here. This is 4th and goal. Here we go with McCaffrey. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. McCaffrey turned away on 4th and goal. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again.
That's what I do.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll throw again from their own end zone. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end. They'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. Back to throw now on 1st down. That's going to be caught. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. From 3 yards out as the Bears push further out in front. What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed. I
love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther 1st down. Now the Panthers going to use